It's Brandy here. Welcome to Sewing Back. We're in the kitchen, even though it's gorgeous outside here in Kennesaw, Georgia. It is sunny and it's like 68 degrees. It's beautiful. And this is my kind of weather because this is before all the bugs and everything come out. So this is like our fake spring, as they like to say. It's actually supposed to get cold again next week, but the daffodils have broken ground and it won't be long. So with that, I am not actually cooking anything today in the kitchen. I will actually be cooking a little bit later on, but not yet. I actually have some errands I need to do. I just got home from work, but I had a package and I wanted to show you what I got because I'm going to be talking about my garden. I actually reviewed this garden planner last year. It's actually done by Rachel over at that 1870s homestead. And if I show it to you, I didn't do a darn thing in it last year. And being fully transparent here, I had a garden and some things went really well in my garden last year. A lot of it just totally got away from me. And a lot of that was going back to work outside my home. I have a pretty large garden and it was a little bit unmanageable. And there was waste in my garden. I mean, the chickens got a lot of it. I always can somewhat feel okay about that. One of the things I started doing in my garden was trying to do more perennials, herbs, flowers, so that I didn't feel so overwhelmed. But the truth of it was, gardening takes a lot of time, and time was a premium for me. Time is even more so now a premium for me because I'm now working full-time, not part-time, and just other personal things going on within our family. And so with that, I love to garden, and I look forward to it every year. I look forward to starting my seeds and all those things. But one of the things that I came to the conclusion last year was that I don't need this big of a garden. It's a bit much. And so I have some plans. So I actually plan to use my book. Let me tell you, it is not hard. It's really not hard to start seeds and grow from a seed. There are some that are tricky, and some things need cold stratifying, and so you really have to read the back of your seed packets. You can get seed packets for $0.25 that work like a charm at your local Dollar Tree. I know Walmart is carrying 50-cent packs, and a lot of the ones I saw were organic seeds and things like that. So you don't have to spend a lot on seeds. You can go online, you can do all the things. Everybody's showing you their seed hauls. I don't have a seed haul to show you because I got plenty of seeds, either from seeds I've saved or from seeds that I just haven't used up. So like I said, I'm gonna try to use what I have, all the things, okay? So I may not have every variety, but I have what I need. The only thing that I will probably spend a little money on in seeds, I learned last year that I much prefer for canning a really solid paste tomato. And I have tried forever to do the Roma tomatoes and just not had great success with them. Didn't think they were very good, but I had gotten an Amish paste one last year that really did great. And so my plan is I'm gonna get some more of those and plant. That's gonna be one of my primary tomatoes that I plant. I will also plant some lemon boys. That's John's favorite slicing tomato. And I'll probably do a couple other slicing tomatoes for tomato sandwiches and salads and things like that. And I'll probably do just a couple cherry tomatoes. I'm not gonna have a gazillion tomatoes. I'm not gonna have a gazillion cucumbers. I have PTSD from all the things. You know, it's not that you're not grateful for them, but then when it's time to do something with them, you have to do something with them. And if time is of the essence and time is limited, it's stressful. And you can't throw everything in the freezer and deal with it later. And so I want to plant what I can use. I want to be able to plant things that I can, like green beans. We eat those, we enjoy those canned. They're kind of effortless once I get them going. And they're honestly an easy one to can. And so, and similarly with the paste tomatoes, I like to do all of those, get everything ready. And then I like to put my spices in it. We had, was it last night or night before last? We had turkey chili, and it was wonderful because I had my home canned tomatoes that already had all my chili spice and everything in it. I just follow the Ball canning book. They have different spice mixes you can go ahead and make up with your tomatoes. And then it's on the shelf. You don't have to purchase those things, and I use them up. And so those are things that I plan to grow. So my seeds that I want to start are going to be things that I know we're going to eat, that I know I can get put up, and I know that I'll be able to enjoy my garden, not be stressed out by my garden, and be able to manage my garden. And so with that, Greenstock had a sale. They are not sponsoring this. I paid for this out of my own pocket. I do think they have a really nice company. I have several Greenstocks. I have past videos I have shown if you have a small space and you want to grow, a great thing to have. You can grow a lot of food in a Greenstock. And if you just have a patio, as long as you have sunlight, it's really nice. And if I lived like that in an apartment or a condo and that's all I had, that's what I would do. My mother-in-law grows pretty much 100% in her Greenstocks. So, and then they can be put away. They're just really nice, okay? So they're quality products. I've had mine, I think not all of them, because I've added to mine. I know that I've had at least 2 of mine for more than 5 years. They have been in the elements. They are just as quality now as they were when I bought them. So they do have sales periodically. I know Mother's Day is usually probably the next big holiday where they have a really nice sale on them. If you're thinking about them, you might want to get one. Or if you have someone in your family that's something that they love. And the reason I love it for mobility is because you can get the spinner where it will spin around. There's one that's also on wheels. So if you want to move it around, you can get that. It's an extra cost to get those things, but boy, are they nice. And they would, if you have some with mobility issues, you would probably need help when putting the soil and stacking them. You don't have to stack them as tall as they come. You could do them shorter if you want. They used to actually sell a 3-tier one. I don't know if they sell that anymore. Most of mine are the 5-tier. I don't think I've ever done any of the 7-tier because I think it would just be too tall for me. So they do get a little heavy when you're putting your soil in them. So you would probably need help setting them up, but once they're set up, you can totally do it. You're not crouching, you're not bending, you're not on your hands and knees. They're really a great, possibility if that's an issue for you in gardening. So, because I know they have quality products that last, they had a sale. And they have come up with this box, sorry, it's about 20 pounds, seed starting kit. And so mine came, and so I wanted to open them up. Now they have it where you can just get, well, let me open it up and show you. I got a 4-pack because even though I'm cutting my garden in half, it's still a decent sized garden. So I have not, this is the first time opening it, so let me turn my camera. Okay, sorry about that. So, it says, open me, Greenstock setup instructions and free garden goodies. Okay, oh, look at that pretty. They do send, I know with my last Greenstock I ordered, I got some really nice stickers. They just threw in there or whatever. And think I used them in a scrapbook, but they were really nice. So, ooh. Thank you for choosing our small family business. It means the world to us. So if you're not familiar with what a green stalk is to grow in, this is one. This is their deep one. I have one that's red. That's what typically houses my strawberries. I love growing strawberries in a green stalk. So they sent that. Here's another picture. I've also loved to do flowers in it. And I did do that last year and they were gorgeous. So they have several different ideas. You can see they tell you what to grow. They have step-by-step how to set one up. I have a video on that showing you how easy it was. I can link that in the description. But it is a family-owned business out of Tennessee. These are made in America. And they sent me some lovely Bloomsdale long-standing spinach, which actually will grow really well in a green stalk. So that was what was in there. Wasn't that nice? And then they always tell you who packed your shipment, and they give you a receipt. And this is the green stalk seed starting kit. And so you can get just one of these. And I think they had them on sale that if you just got, let's see, it's six trays, starter trays. And it has the caddy and the waterer. So because it's best if you water from the bottom, your seedlings, and you can fertilize, you don't necessarily want to pour that right on your little plants. And see, they sent some stickers too. So I ended up getting 4 of these. They had a deal, but this will show you. And what you can do is you actually, if you're just gardening with green stalk, you can use their stuff and you can label and like garden with these little tools that they give you. And you can go online and you can get printouts like if you're doing a green stalk as well. So this is showing you the little trays. I got the 4x6. So there's all these, and they're made of the same material as the green stalks. And what is so great about these, as you can see, is this lets air in for your roots, and you can pop your plants out. I've tried the ones where it has like the little silicone thing to try and pop them out, and a lot of them will get root bound. They didn't have the airflow to really let those roots develop, so a lot of them had shallow roots. So I love the design of these. So I got that, and I got 4 of them. So these are going to be the plants that I start in my garden. So this is your little tray, and can you see how it has the holes? And that's because there's another tray underneath. See that this is where your watering, your fertilizing is going to happen, and that sits in there. Okay, and then you put your plants in here. And to be very honest, these are probably considered 2-inch. So a lot of your plants, you'll never have to pot up from this. That's plenty big to start out in your garden. However, it would be easy to take a few of these, because the one plant that I have found that seems to do well potting it up and giving it a little bit longer inside are peppers. So, which is good because I already have some 4-inch pots, and those are actually usually my pepper pots that I do that in. But so this is how this will look. And so you can take this outside with you, and this will be really nice when you're going to start hardening your plants off if you're starting your seeds indoor. I do have a greenhouse. It's not heated, and I've had problems in the past with rodents getting in there or something and nibbling on my goodies. And then I had a hard time with my heat mats inside the greenhouse, and it just works better for me. I have shelving down in my garage with grow lights and heat mats and all the things, and that just works better for me. The other thing I like about this is that you totally could, if you needed to, put, you know, your heat mat. These do not have the dome lids, but the majority of things don't need that. And I have enough dome lids from other things. If I felt like it did, I could do that. But I am super excited about this, and I wanted to share it with you because I think, that's not even a think, I know, maybe not with these, but with their other products, that these are a quality product. And so if you just purchased this set, the tray, the carrying tray, and the 6 seed trays, they had this on sale for 20 bucks. And this thing will last you years and years and years and years. And so I got 4 of them because they were on sale. I don't know that that sale is still going on. Again, I know Mother's Day will be a big time. But if you're thinking about trying seed starting, you're new to all of this, these are really nice. They're well made. And like I said, they have thought about a lot of details, like the airflow on the sides that you can poke your finger through to help release your plant without damaging your roots and your new plant start. So again, they're not paying me to say this. I bought this with my own money, and I have bought cheaper ones in the past. They don't last. They just don't. They break down. And these are easily stackable. See that? So at the end of the season, you literally can wash them. I haven't looked through the material to see, but you might even be able to put these in your dishwasher. I have heard tell that some people do that with some of these nicer seed starters. So I don't know that I'd put it in my dishwasher. I'd probably just take some warm soapy water, wash them out, but then you can just stack it up and put it on your shelf until next year. And then you don't have to buy more stuff every year or collect more stuff. Hey guys, I just wanted to kind of pop into our video for today, which I'm going to show you my new seed starting kit that I got from Greenstock. But I wanted to show you because I feel like a lot of people feel like they don't have enough space to start seeds. Where will they put them? Well, this is one shelf. I do have garlic sprouting and I have seeds over there I have saved that are on my shelf right now. But if you can see, I've got my big heat mat here. There's my thermostat. Nothing's turned on. I have one of my grow lights. These are just cheap lights. Let me see. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a cheap light, 2 cheap lights from Walmart. Nothing fancy. But this is where I start my seeds in my garage. Now, I understand a lot of people do not have a garage. A lot of people are in apartments, condos, sharing spaces. So if you have space, like on top of your refrigerator in a sunny window, you can take the opportunity to use those little spots. I know at my job, we actually did all of our seed starting for the center last year, and we literally just used a sunny window. It gets good light. And we put our seed starting supplies there, and we use solo cups for that project. So you can go as easy as you want. You can spend as little as you want, but I promise you it will be so much cheaper if you do your own seeds. Now, why do I say on top of a refrigerator? Because some seeds need a heat mat to germinate, and the top of your refrigerator is actually a nice warm spot, and a lot of times it will do the trick. There are some that it's not quite enough to get those seeds germinated, but for a lot of people it works, and it really just depends on what you're trying to grow. So I just wanted to show you my space. It's nothing special. It's not all that big. I can only fit so many things, which is going to work out really well since I am shrinking down my garden this year to make it more manageable. But I just wanted to show you this in case you're one of those people that you want to start doing a little bit of gardening, whether it's flower gardening, herb gardening, medicinal gardening, or food gardening, or a combination of all, which I recommend. They all are very beneficial for one reason or another. You can do it too, and you can do it in a small space. Now, if you're in an apartment, I can tell you what a lot of my seniors do. They actually have community gardens in our local area. I've actually done a video on one of the community gardens in our local area, and several of our seniors volunteer over there. There are a lot of communities where you can sign up to get a bed of your own to grow your food in. So I would recommend you check that out in your local area where you live. And if you don't have a resource like that, go to your local library, ask your local librarians, because a lot of times they will have a network of folks that they can tell you. I know my local library actually started a community garden. So a lot of those types of places have facilities, they have space, and with the right spearheading, you never know what you can create. So don't let where you live dictate whether you can, start gardening, start learning some new skills, because you won't always stagnate where you are. You will move forward. I know these days it seems to take longer. I get that, but you can do it. And some people, you may be on the other end of the spectrum. You've had all these things and now you're downsizing. I feel like I'm going to be downsizing my garden this year to make it more manageable for me. But a lot of you may be downsizing and all you're really going to do is kind of like what my mother-in-law does. She has green stalks and she gardens in those, even though she technically has a big old yard she could do a lot more with. She does have HOAs and all that kind of stuff. But it's for mobility and all that works for her. And she gets the little things that she wants, and she gets to enjoy, and she gets to enjoy that gardening part without the weeds, and that works for her. So find what it is that works for you and get gardening. But anybody can grow things. It just takes some time, it takes light, it takes good soil, it takes a water source, and a little TLC. And you can grow food that you would be very proud of. And then who knows, you may end up falling in love with gardening. You may hate it, and that's okay too. But if you love to cook, there's nothing like growing some of your own produce or your own spices. It just is a game changer in the kitchen. So anyway, with that, I hope you found value in this. If you have any questions on this product or the green stock or anything else you can think of, or what varieties I might be growing, if that interests you, I honestly have to go through my seed containers and I need to get going because in the next 2 weeks I've got to start some seeds. I kind of succession plant and start things, but I've got to get my peppers started. I'll probably within 2 weeks I'll be starting some tomatoes and things like that. I may grow collards. I still do okay with collards here. I'm just not even sure if I'm going to do cabbages for the spring. I do much better with those things in the fall. So, and then there's a lot of things you can direct sow. And I would recommend, if you're starting out and this is a little overwhelming to start seeds and lights and all the things, and a lot of things you don't even have to have all those things. But if that's a little overwhelming, let me encourage you to go to the Dollar Tree. Get you a couple of containers for inexpensive. Get you some holes, punch some holes in the bottom, put a little quality soil in there, plant you some beans. Plant you a pumpkin seed, plant something like that, and do it with your children, if you have children or grandchildren, and let the adventure start. And our flowers are beautiful. Zinnias are great, and you can cut those and make beautiful bouquets and bring them inside to your house. So Start small and have some success, and then see what happens from there. Don't go out and feel like you got to build a massive garden. You've never gardened. You don't even know if you like it. You like the idea of it, but do you really like it? Start small, be faithful in the small, and in that you'll know next year or next season, do I want to expand? You don't have to do things expensively. So with that, I thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.